We're all curious about various subjects and topics of interest. Tune in and perhaps share your curiosity. Hi, you're listening to Curing Curiosity. I'm your host, Christopher, and you may actually recognize my guest this week, because this is his second appearance on my podcast. The first guest to do a second appearance. Confusing, I understand, but it's Sammy Jimenez, the host of Sammy's Saga. I almost said Sammy's podcast. Got the right name. Anyways, how are you doing today,
Technically, you're
Sammy? I am right.
right. Thank you for having me for the second time. I was not aware I was the first one to do this. I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Other than a long day at work, I'm kind of tired. I'm always ready to record.
That's the
So
spirit.
you brought up a interesting topic to discuss. I'm actually kind of happy with this because I've already talked about video games on my podcast, but not making video games. I've talked about like favorite video games, like like story driven, chapter based, like indie games, what like those type of video games on a previous episode. But never making a video game, and especially not ever making a video game if you had infinite money. Now, I gotta ask, what brought this up? What brought this topic to mind?
I think I was just thinking about it. My mind just roams off so many places when I just like zone out. I like to do activities where I just zone out, and that's what I thought when I was playing a video game. I was like, how badass would it be?
How about if I had infinite money, what would a video game look like with that much money?
Be amazing.
So yeah, first off, let's talk about the infinite money part. Now, if you did have infinite money, not let's avoid just talking about making a video game first off. What would you do with infinite money?
Ooh. Uh. Oh man, I'd buy so many Twinkies.
The first thing that goes to is like I'm not gonna like not donating it to charity. It's like not the first thing that comes to mind. It's like I'm not gonna donate. I'm like okay, donate to charity, give some to my family. It's like the first thing that comes to Sammy's mind. I'm gonna buy some Twinkies.
Yeah,
I mean,
priorities.
if you ever need it, if you ever go into apocalypse, then you'll have Twinkies.
Exactly, that's the idea, huh? Charities aren't gonna survive the apocalypse, but I will.
Oh. You donate Twinkies to charities. Like I don't have money, but I do have Twinkies. Is
A
that okay?
lot of them.
So like $1 million. I wonder how much would $1 million worth of Twinkies look like? Let me look that up.
At least 10.
At least 10. Thanks. Hold on. Twinkies price point. No, I can't spell for shit. Price point. Okay, that's not how I spell point, but okay. Hmm. How many Twinkies are in a pack? That's not what I asked, but okay. Okay, well, I can't find anything on that because Google's telling me everything but how much Twinkies cost. Like,
Mm.
are they vegan? They are not vegan.
Are they not?
How
What's
much is
inside of them?
how much is inside of a Twinkie? What? How much is inside? How much is inside? See how I formulate my sentences? Not correct. What is inside a Twinkie? Not what's inside a black hole. When did I look that up?
What's inside a black hole?
I mean, that's interesting.
That is
What is
very
inside a black hole?
complex, I'm sure, yeah.
What is inside a Twinkies? Yep, that's perfect. Huh. Flour, sugar, corn syrup, water, high fructose corn syrup, partially hydrogenated vegetable shortening, dextrose, another type of sugar, so basically more sugar, and eggs. Thanks. So basically, like sponge cake that's just artificially processed,
Right. It's good.
which makes sense. I've had Twinkies a few times in my life because we don't get them often. Kinda. I mean, every once in a while we'll find them at a grocery store, buy a box. They're good, but the first time I found Twinkies, we were in Toronto on like vacation. It was like one of the last few
Mm.
days we were at like a store doing some shopping. Bought a box of Twinkies.
They are good. They never get
First
old.
time having a
Once you eat
Twinkie,
too
it's
many.
like just a sponge cake with cream.
You can't go wrong with them.
Anyways, enough about talking about Twinkies because we're. Oh god, I can have an entire episode just talking about Twinkies. I should probably do that for season 2.
Just make it
Maybe.
Twinkies themed the entire season.
I mean, I'm down for that. That won't actually happen. Maybe like a few episodes, but. Anyways, other than buying a shitload of Twinkies, what would you do with infinite money?
I would probably make a super affordable coronavirus vaccine.
I mean, it is on its way. It's gonna take some time. I mean, at least it's on its way. We have news about that. With infinite money, I mean, it could speed up the process a bit. I mean, if you have just like here's like take like $1 trillion, get all the fancy equipment, and like upgrade the labs, whatever. Get all the things you need. Probably be faster.
I would hope so.
I mean, I hope so. True. We all hope so. I mean, once that vaccine comes out, my dad said this. We're getting it because everybody responds to, like vaccines differently. It's like right into
Right.
like the muscle, I think. So your arm's gonna hurt. But everybody
Mm-hmm.
reacts to vaccines differently. And I was talking to some guy at work on our breaks, talking about the vaccines. Like I said one time, I know people can like black out and be really lightheaded. I remember last time I got a shot. I don't remember if I wasn't a vaccine, but I remember last time I got a shot. I was in like what 5th grade. I was lightheaded the entire day. I could not handle anything.
Uh,
But for COVID-19, the vaccine is worth it.
I would say
It's worth
so.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with infinite money, there's literally endless possibilities. I mean,
Infinite
infinite.
possibilities. Ah.
Infinite possibilities. Exactly. I mean, first off, donate some to charity because it's always nice. Like every charity in the world, you have enough for that. Like 10 times
Literally.
over.
Yeah.
Give some to
You
my
can make a new
family
charity.
and like yeah, you can make a charity for charity. It's like give some to my family, every single member of it, because even like all on my mom's and dad's side, that's a lot of cousins. But I mean, if it's infinite money, it's infinite money. Like do nice stuff first, then splurge. Then you buy like your 10,000 boxes of Twinkies.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Build a nice
Just
bunker underneath my house, and then like put shit in it to survive a zombie apocalypse. Should be set.
just make a house full of dollar bills made out of
just just make a house out of dollar bills.
just glue them together.
Just like it's like what 100,000 per brick. It's like, this
Yeah.
brick alone costs 100,000.
Yeah. The
Like
house value goes
sold,
up a lot.
legit. I mean, if you have a house made of entirely of money, retail value is gonna skyrocket.
Oh my.
Uh, Now, let's say you were to take that money and make a video game about make a video game with that money. Now, Sammy, what would your dream video game be?
Ooh, dream video game would be where you could literally fall asleep with like a headset on, and as soon as you fall asleep, you're playing like this video game all inside like your brain.
Ooh, that's
It's
gonna be
like
like
the paradigm.
nanotechnology, nanotechnology, and just brainwaves. That's ooh, that ought to be interesting. You might, I bet you anything like sometime in the future. So that's probably going to exist. Like if you ever watch like I'm not kidding. I watched this before. I remember I was in the process of like getting my podcast together. So it's like late July, and
Hmm.
when I started doing all this stuff, we were watching Back to the Future too. I remember this, and they traveled to 2015, and it's like all futuristic flying cars. And it's just like, well, I mean, for its time, probably, but if you make a modern remake, it will be really crap.
Yeah.
I mean, if flying cars did were invented in 2015, 2020 would just be like probably one of the better years. I'd say.
I mean, technically, The closest thing we have to a flying car would be like helicopters.
Helicopter. Yes, it is basically a flying car. Basically, I know. Okay, I like it when helicopters like fly over like either like our house or place I work at because you just hear the helicopter blades rotating. Kind of
It's
nice.
satisfying. Yeah.
Kind of satisfying. But like being able to play a video game when you're asleep, you're both getting sleep. Actually, wait, would you be getting sleep? You're
Me?
asleep, but you're also playing a video game.
Right, it's the best of both worlds.
Like, are you getting sleep, or are you gonna wake up like dead tired, like I am most days?
Ideally, you'd be able to get at least 8 hours, or however long you sleep, you get that.
8 hours worth of sleep, guaranteed. If this becomes a real thing, holy crap,
Yes.
would that be like some indigenous technology? I don't know why I said indigenous technology. That was such a weird thing to say.
Indigenous.
What would indigenous technology be exactly?
Not
Probably
from
like
our time.
new hunting weapons, probably, and like fur coats.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
probably.
I had to watch a documentary or like a short film on seal hunting for my anthropology class for an assignment,
Hmm.
and you get like all these claims that like it's murder, is it? But this is how they do it. This is their culture. You can't tell somebody to change their culture if this
Right.
is what they've known to do their entire life and what they continue to do, how they make profit. Like the people, they make like seal fur coats and boots and hats. That's how they make their profit. Some of them, and that's how they get nutrition. You can't
Right.
change somebody's culture like that. It's like it's murder. It's this. It's that. Come on, like.
Yeah, it doesn't make a dent. You know,
Ooh, video games. I do like video games. That's true. Most of us do.
big fan.
V- Like something in augmented reality for me. That would be cool. And there are like augmented reality games, like FNAF Special Delivery AR.
That's
And I
right.
have that on my phone. It's pretty cool. But to have something that's both virtual and like coded in the real world with you there, like
It's
something almost
terrifying.
holographic. Yeah, it could be terrifying, but it could also be really cool. Like depending
Yeah,
on
I
the
can
game
imagine.
style, having like holographic like entities surround you and still be like human, flesh and blood, and they all
Like,
interact with you and say your name and whatever. It's both kind of creepy and awesome.
I can't imagine. That'd be terrifying to have it like be indistinguishable.
It's just like characters start coming out of your game console and like computer screens. It's just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Mom,
What
come
the
pick me
hell?
up.
Just like they drag you into the computer screen. It's like this is new. Just like that'd probably be like a cool video game where it's just like you buy the game and it's a laptop. The game is a laptop, and it's like you open it up, you set it up, you get sucked in immediately, and then just like just try to escape. And then once you leave the laptop, it just self destructs and just there goes the game. You completed the game.
The game is free, but you have to pay yourself.
It's like it's free. It's just what well, like but I want to give something for it. Like what can I pay? Your soul. It's like great. Shake on it.
It's about time.
It's like, yeah. It's like I've been wanting to sell my soul. Yay. It's like
No one's
okay, here we
offered
go.
before.
Like for your video game with infinite money, how would the graphics look? Because you can have like really nice video games like that PS1 like did like pixel almost style, and you can have some really great video games with that. Or would you go like all out RTX, just super high graphic?
Yeah, it would be very much RTX. If I could have it be just exactly like real life, then that's how I would make
Imagine like you get to the point the game is real life.
it.
It's just like I have this like theory of like life itself that I actually want to discuss on a future episode. But I'm going to share a bit of it now. That's like life is just this huge experiment. that it's God's experiment. He just wants to see what would happen under certain circumstances in our lives, and it's like this like almost just video game that we're trying to complete.
That's certainly interesting
But
and terrifying.
imagine like, because I also have like thoughts every once in a while, just like what would happen after you die? Would it just be black for all? Like we just see nothing at all for ever and on, or you're gonna be rebirthed into a new era as someone new, completely different, or is there an actual afterlife that you go to? Like that's also something I've been wanting to actually. Probably my next episode going to be that. I can't guarantee that, or maybe the first episode of season 2. We'll see. I'm getting too much into it.
It's an interesting concept. It's very
Yeah,
intense to think about.
yeah. I mean, I'll lay awake at night sometimes just thinking about like, I mean, is there heaven? Is does this exist? And you can have like really in depth conversations about that, and like really deep and emotional conversations as well.
Yeah,
Basically, anything is possible.
like we're just it's like his sandbox game that we're just kind of
Yeah.
have to be in.
Yeah, and then it's like you're done, you're dead, and your soul's going off to the afterlife, whatever. And then all you see is just like you're zooming out of like an arcade screen, and there's somebody else playing this game. And for you, it's only like that person's only been like I don't know, like an hour or two playing that game. And it's just like okay, new life. That would be cool though.
I think it'd be funny if you died, like it would say like you have a black, you just see like nothing, like darkness,
Hmm.
and then it says like respawn.
Respawn,
Try again.
respawn. It's like click, try again from last saved point. But you're like your last birthday. It's like restart. It's like, huh, great.
Like your
You
checkpoint.
just do this over and over again until you figure out how you died, and then tries. Okay, how am I stopping this? It's like the movie Happy Death Day. Now it's just like you keep coming back over and over again. So you're like, okay, this is how it happened. Great, and then it happens again. It's like, what the?
That would be a hard time wrapping your head around that for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely make an entire like conspiracy theory and just overall theory about that, and probably like write a paper on it, and keep it to myself. See, this also like about podcasting because you can have a set topic for an episode. It can go in any direction from that point,
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
I absolutely love it. That you can just have a good time, have a nice conversation with somebody, and it's normal. People listen to it. People enjoy it. Hopefully, you're enjoying this episode so far, and enjoying our random ramblings at this point. I found a $5 bill in my pocket. Great, I'm finding money.
Ooh, he's rich.
$5. Yeah, boys.
Watch out, Jeff Bezos.
Ignore my minimum wage every single week. Yeah. Anyways, going back on like the video game topic and whatnot. For me, graphic wise, because I do like games like Firewatch, like indie type games, and Firewatch is actually my favorite indie game. It's so mysterious, like the concept of it and the graphics. You can have like something like Poly esque, maybe like almost pixelated, because there's like something also nostalgic about those type of games.
Yeah.
It's like those old school games, and I might not be that young to remember them, but I do remember because I used to have a GameCube, and I still have a GameCube. I just don't play it.
Oh, I
Look, there's
always
also
wanted a
something so. Oh, I don't remember when I got them because I just remember. I'll be honest. The earliest memory I have is sitting on stairs. I was 3 years old. I'm sitting on the stairs. It's school time from my brother and my sister and my neighbor's kids. They're all going to school, and I just see them drive off. That's my earliest memory. And then from that point, the second earliest memory I remember, me walking to school, like to elementary school. Oh, those are fun.
You sure it
5 years
wasn't a
old.
video game that you played?
Oh no. If so, the graphics were very realistic.
My
Very
character
realistic
is
graphics.
familiar.
Hmm. Maybe I'm that character, just with more facial hair and a deeper voice and more sense of what makes sense. Uh, but
Right.
yeah, like those like kind of low poly esque graphic games, both like nostalgic and also amazing, and you
Yeah,
can
they're
like
charming.
respect those games. But also high graphic games as well to make it like almost realistic. I have respect for those as well.
Yeah, they
Very
look
creative
nice.
and like takes so much time and effort just to get like a few details right. And they're like so very minute details you see in video games. And take the time and realize somebody worked on that. Somebody spent time on that, designing that, and putting it into this game.
Yeah, they're experienced. A lot of these, you
Holy
can see it.
crap! It can take years. It could probably take years to make one. Hold on, let me see. How long does it take to make a video game? Oh, it could take any amount of time. Actually, you can make something in like an hour. You can code like Pong if you want.
Or no
I've
man's
tried
sky.
coding Pong. Like I've tried coding Pong before. It failed.
Oh, what do you
There
think?
are tutorials though, so
Oh,
yeah. One does try to spell right. To one does great. Does it take to
probably takes
make
a long time.
not an engagement ring? That can take weeks. 3 to 5 years.
Wow,
Whew.
that's
Most
a long
modern
time.
PC or console games take from 3 to 5 years to complete, whereas a mobile game can be developed in a few months. The length of development is influenced by a number of factors such as genre, scale, development, platform, number of assets. Yeah, three to
Jeez,
five
no,
years.
they're expensive.
Oh crap! I feel like to create like a game that's like has to have graphics as detailed as real life, almost to be real life. Holy crap! That could be like 10 years.
Literally, yeah. You'd be like a whole different person when it comes out.
It's just like a decade later. It's like I was 25 when I started on this game. 35 now when I sound like I'm 70. I don't know. I have like a wider range of voices that I can do. I can like be southern because I listen to a lot of country music sometimes, but not that much anymore because I don't know. I'm listening to a lot of K-pop right now. Very
Oh,
catchy.
it is.
I don't know. Yeah. Holy crap! Video games are interesting though.
They very
God.
much are. And expensive. They need to drop the prices a little bit.
I mean, it is Cyber Monday as we're recording this.
That's right, yeah. I
Yes.
gotta look at that.
You know what's weird? At work today. I work as a cashier, and I've already mentioned this before, but we had a lineup all the way going to the freezers, and that's like 16 aisles down from where
Gosh.
I am. And I'm going up to my coworker, and it's like, "You see the line?" It's like, "Yeah, but we've had worse than this. You've had worse than this." It's like, "Yeah, we're going all the way to the meats, and so that's just like wrapping around the entire store." I'm like, and I'm only guessing that probably was probably this. I want to assume that like near the start of the pandemic when we are all going into lockdown. It makes sense, but you never know because when I was actually this was before I started working there. This was back in March when the schools closed down. My mom and I went to Maxi, the grocery store I work at.
Hmm.
Holy crap, was it packed? You can barely move. And when we're getting in line, you have 3 lines at once, all close together, all merged together. You have one guy,
Oh
and I
god.
work with him. He's amazing. Yeah, one guy just trying to control the entire line with all 9 caches open. Just like you go here, you go here, you go here. It's like 20 minutes it took for us to go to a cache.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
but it's also.
terrible.
I mean, you also gotta admit, when it's a busy day, it passes by quicker.
Yeah, it probably does, huh?
Yeah, I remember it's like I'm on my last half hour. It's like let's go, final half hour, and like I'm always excited for my final half hour because I feel like that goes by the quickest. Like
Hmm.
looking at my watch again, final 2.5 minutes. It's like get home, do some shit,
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah. Sounds definitely
Ultimately fun. Like I also have like a lot of stuff normally to do in life as well because being in college and hosting a podcast and personal stuff, there is a lot to balance.
yeah, I'm
Because
sure.
I have assignments to do still. I have exams next week. I have my finals next week for my semester.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be studying and cramming a bunch of knowledge into my brain that I'm probably never gonna use again. But but I'm also happy to announce, and I'm announcing this on my podcast. I'm probably going to be in daytime classes and out of night school because I've been. Actually, here's a funny story. I come. It's last Friday, and I'm walking home. I'm thinking to myself, but it's been almost like 2 months since I sent in my application for next semester. I wonder when they're gonna get back from it. If I'm gonna be accepted into my program, rejected. I get home and I'm in the washroom and I check my emails. Get an email from my college, rejected. It's like, well, I've been rejected from that program of choice. And that program of choice, it was cinema, and it's like it goes into video editing and audio work and podcasting. Especially because I read what it taught. Like you'll be able to like make podcasts and like I already host a podcast. I have an advantage
You should be teaching the class.
to be teaching a class with my simple edits and music behind. It's like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. But I was rejected from that course, like our program, because of due to limited space. I sent in my application the day they opened the applications.
Wow.
2 months ago, I sent it in the day they opened. It's like limited space. Well,
Well,
but they did offer me a second choice to go into general social sciences. I've accepted that offer, and now I'm just waiting back for them because they could cancel that offer. And if they
ooh,
do,
yeah.
I am screwed. I hope I don't. I don't want to go back into night school. It's difficult enough. It's like going to work in the morning, working 6.5 hours, then coming home and doing my schoolwork and attending classes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that makes
it
sense.
yeah. I mean, I get my stuff done. I still find time to record these episodes. Like I've gone 2 weeks max, probably without recording an episode, and I try to make up for it. It's like okay, I'm gonna record like 2 episodes in one day. Like the Halloween specials, I did. I recorded both of those episodes in the same day, both on Halloween,
That's
just to
right, huh?
still keep it like a Halloween special. If you haven't seen that yet, which you probably have, go check it out. Did some Halloween Mad Libs in part one. I talked about in part two just Halloween traditions and like monsters and movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I have something planned for like later on, which like a Christmas special or like a holiday special, holiday Mad Libs, because I'm gonna recycle my old material and just reuse it for something.
Whatever works, right?
Probably gonna be one of the last episodes, like how holiday Mad Libs. Probably gonna be fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I know there are holiday Mad Libs. I keep wanting to say Halloween, but yeah. And I remember one time in I think it was my second Halloween special with Christian Reeve, another British podcast host and a YouTuber as well, and like
Mhm.
actor, and he has a lot of titles. Just-
Doctor.
and we've talked about like Halloween movies like and stuff like that, and where the Nightmare Before Christmas would stand. Now, that is the Nightmare Before Christmas is the November of movies. It
Mm.
is like both Halloween and Christmas. It's in between those two. It is the November of movies. It's like
Right, because you can watch it for both.
you can just like oh, it's Halloween time. Watch the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's Christmas time. Watch the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's suitable.
Yeah. I still
Yeah,
don't know which one it is more of, but
if it's honestly, if I can like, if next time I watch it, if I ever watch it again, I just go in depth frame by frame. So it's like, okay, which one is it more? Oh, that probably drive me insane. So I'm not gonna do that.
take a long time, yeah.
That's probably somebody who's already had done that. Most likely. Some
I
people like do that, take time and do that.
A long time, yeah. I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I. Basically, I think that's it for this week. I hope you had a nice time listening. Thank you to Sammy once again for joining me once again and suggesting this
Yeah.
topic.
Anytime.
And for the people who don't know, you can check out Sammy Saga on multiple platforms. I'll link them down in the description. But Sammy,
Oh,
I'll hand it over
thank
to you
you.
to promote your podcast.
Go watch it. Thank you.
Great promotion work. I'll put links down in the description as always. Go show him some love. I appear on at least 2 of those episodes.
Yeah, that's right. One of them
Yep.
came out today.
Crap. Okay, I should check that out. I'll link that episode as well. Anyways,